Hey, what's up, guys? I'm BTC, and I'm joined by Skill, who is a Grandmaster, top 500 player, one of the best in the world. We're going to be going through your gameplay in the Coach and Roast. We're going to try to give you some tips and advice on how you can improve and rank up, but we're also going to be making fun of all the stupid things that you do. Now, before you complain about this, everybody who submitted a video knows exactly what we're going to be doing, so don't whine, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. We're gonna do great, and it's in gold, so you're probably not.
Got a Junkrat, alright.
I mean, it's actually not a terrible team lineup.
Oh, your D.Va's a little far up.
Yeah, the D.Va's too far up. What? Wait,
and
what?
so is your Ana.
What
okay.
What the heck was Ana doing up there? Alright. Taking a lot of...
Oh, that's unfortunate. Hook 2.0, where are you?
Yeah, okay.
Well, it looks like you lost the point right away.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really help that the Ana and the D.Va were, like, really out of position.
Oh, we need tank killers.
Yeah, if they were in better position, maybe it wouldn't have worked out that way. But they were, caught and they had to regen their HP and stuff.
Yeah, that's really bad though. I mean,
we won't have enough healing then.
They just completely lost the first point. Like, what was that? Like 20 seconds?
Yeah. Make sure you. I see you're in the 6 stack, so make sure you just communicate with your team. And also, even if these guys are your friends, don't be afraid to call them out on decisions you're not keen on.
Or just stop being friends with them.
Exactly. If you want to take, I don't know if you're taking competitive seriously here, but if you want to, don't be nice to your friends. Just make sure if they do something dumb or not like you want, just let them know.
In all seriousness, though, like if you have, because a lot of what was that? If you do have that friend that insists on playing Hanzo like every single match, you can't play competitive with him. Like, seriously, do quick play with him, but you can't play competitive. You guys just got absolutely stomped. The first point was because you guys were out of position. The second one, I don't even know what went on.
Yeah, it's a little difficult here just because you guys are in a group, so we can't really say that play around how your pub teammates are playing because you guys are together. But one thing I can say is, as a tank, as Reinhardt especially, you have control over what your team does. You can let them know what to do, and if they want to survive, then they're gonna have to follow you no matter what.
All right, so you guys have a decent lineup. I know your teammate probably picked Reaper because they had a lot of tanks, and you're gonna try to counter them. I don't know how effective that's gonna be, but I guess we'll see. Oh.
This is a free opportunity to get the first point, no problem.
That Roadhog should have been dead.
Yeah, he should have died.
You probably could have actually charged and pinned that Roadhog against the wall that's to your left right there. Oh, see.
Only drop your shield if you absolutely need to in that situation. Again, the entire team is there, and if you drop your shield for just 1 second, obviously you got hooked in and just died. So be wary of that.
So it looked like the Reaper got hooked as well. He didn't die, but clearly the Roadhog knows what he's doing right now on the other team. So
we need to kill Zenyatta in the back.
That's another hook.
I'll dive him.
I don't even know how that one landed.
Yeah, it looked like it went through the shield.
Yeah.
Zen down.
Your Reaper died, and you guys decided to go in still. If you're in the 6 stack, especially, wait for your team. That was a good.
That was a pretty solid ult. That was definitely a good ult.
Especially if you kill the soldier.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, maybe not. It's unfortunate.
What? Don't ever charge into an ulting Roadhog. You will not win that fight. He will push you away every single time. You cannot charge through the Roadhog ult there. All right, so looks like 2 of your team just got killed. The rest of your team should be retreating right now. They should be backing out so you can regroup.
So the enemy team picked up a Tracer, and in this rank, a lot of players have trouble dealing with Tracer, especially in the backline. So what you can do in this case is have the Reaper switch off onto something that can guarantee a kill, like McCree. And you don't have to go for a headshot or anything. Just go for a flashbang, right-click, and the Tracer will die. A lot of supports really don't know how to deal with her in this rank. Again, charging because you can. It's all about keeping your team alive. Your DPS does that job. You just gotta have faith.
Yeah, you had a couple of people behind you right there. You really shouldn't have charged in. I mean, you just died instantly. All right, so you should be regrouping and trying to move in as 6.
Yeah.
So that's a free pick, so you can actually go in and take the point right now.
The fact that we went 6 and 6. 6 people.
You cannot just stand there though. If you're just standing there, then they're just gonna beat on your shield. So moving in a little bit, that is okay.
Soldiers in the side.
Now you have ult, and you need to make something happen with this.
I think I overheard you guys saying that you kind of had ended up with 6 people when you queued, which sounds to me like you didn't actually pick who you wanted to be on your team, or didn't even think you'd get a 6 stack to begin with. So, like we said earlier, if you're gonna play competitive with the idea to gain rank, make sure you know who exactly you're playing with and if they're good enough to play.
So that was a good ult, but pretty bad follow-up. What you ended up doing, you should have followed up the ult with a fire strike and then just started swinging around. You probably could have gotten like a kill or 2. Instead, by charging, you didn't get a kill, and you did minor amounts of damage to everybody in the area, and then they just annihilated you. So I know the thing is, it's like you want to ult and then charge, but a lot of times just swinging your hammer, you're gonna get kills.
Not anymore.
That's unfortunate to hear that.
Final score 0-2.
All right, so that was pretty one-sided. You guys got absolutely destroyed. So, what could have changed that?
So, this will be a little different because you guys queued up as a group. First of all, make sure you know who you're queuing up with, and if you have friends that are just inviting people left and right, don't be afraid to say, you know what, I'm not gonna play. You know, make sure you know exactly who you're playing with. Make sure they're good enough and that you have good communication, because when you queue up as 6 people, you're going to fight another group of 6 or 5 people, and chances are they're going to be coordinated. If you guys aren't coordinated, I mean, you're just going to lose. You are charging too often. Try to hold your shield up more until it breaks, and use your charge as a last resort. The first time you guys went in, your shield was like 500 or 600 HP. You fire struck, and then got instantly hooked and died. And then I think the rest of your team kind of jumped in there after you died, and you ended up wiping and wasting time. So don't be afraid to back off if need be. Only fire strike if it's safe to fire strike, and no one on your team can die from that. There's situations where I've been sniped behind a shield because the Reinhardt drops it for like half a second. So make sure you take that into account.
Yeah, especially when they're... Okay, so if the enemy team has a Reinhardt with a Roadhog right behind it, that Roadhog, like his entire existence at that moment in time is to wait for you to drop your shield, and then he's going to hook you, or he's going to hook one of the supports or the DPS or something behind you. So when you see that Roadhog there, like, that's what he's waiting for. So I know it's really tempting to throw the Fire Strike to get that damage and to build your ult and stuff, but realize that, like, they're waiting for you to do that, and as soon as you do that, you drop the shield and they get the hook off, there goes your entire push. You're just done. Like, that push is now over. You have to reset and do it again.
Also, maybe not these were your friends or whatever, but communicate more. I know it's kind of awkward when you're with some strangers in there. It's like, okay, well, I don't know how these people are, so I'm just gonna, do generic stuff. But don't be afraid as a tank to call out your thoughts, what you think you should do, because especially on Reinhardt, there's not much that you have to do except position correctly and protect your team. So you can raise the bar and help your impact on the game by being a leader and, telling your team what to do.
Yeah, oftentimes players, specifically in the middle and the lower brackets, they're basically afraid to move in without a barrier in front of them. So you are basically, I don't know, like the babysitter almost for your team, and you need to kind of like hold their hand and bring them to where you need them to be. So don't be afraid to do that. Also, going back a sec for the charges and stuff, I noticed a bunch of the charges you tried to do were from like a mile and a half away. And you really don't want to do that. You don't want to try those long distance charges because either you're going to get... Okay, so even if it's successful, you're going to be so far away from your team that you're not actually going to be able to protect them anymore. And more often than not, it's not going to be successful. You're just going to die, and then you can't protect your team. So I guess the main takeaways are going to be know when you can and can't drop your shield, because a lot of cases, when you drop your shield, you're going to get ulted, you're going to get put to sleep, you're going to get hooked, stuff like that. So be more mindful of the situation that you're in. Don't do the long-distance charges, and be the leader for your team. And other than that, also you need to work on positioning a little bit, because a bunch of times you were holding your shield up, but there was actually nobody behind you, so you weren't really protecting anybody. Other than that, this one is a little bit difficult because you got blown out so fast that there really wasn't too much to actually go
analyze,
through.
Yeah.
But work on those things, and maybe if you want, you can submit another one at another point in time. But thank you very much for submitting this one. Good luck in climbing the ladder. If you'd like to have your gameplay coached and roasted, check out the description of this video for more details. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe because there's lots more Overwatch on the channel. Remember, always blame the controller because it's never your fault.